Love by Accident, Chapter 19. Aisha got ready. She was wearing a beautiful embroidery white chikankari kurti with jhumkas. She let it open, hanging gracefully down her waist. It was just beautiful. She sprayed some fragrance over her body and she was all set to go. Here, Arnav was getting ready. He wore a white Elan Sufi shirt and a pair of blue jeans. He wore a black jacket over his shirt, a leather strip watch, and envy perfume. He squeezed some of the hair wax on his palm and set his hair in his usual way. He put his wallet in the back pocket, then he went to his study room. Kneeled and opened the lower drawer. There was a Redmi Note 9 Pro Max inside the box. He took it out and put it in his college bag, put some books and notes and went downstairs. He told his mother that he was going to Sahil's place to do some study. His mother told him to come home soon and waved him goodbye. On the road, Arnav called Sahil and told him to manage his mother whenever she called. Now he went to Aisha's apartment. After arriving at the apartment, Arnav called Aisha from the gate. Aisha, after 2 or 3 minutes, she came outside. Both said hi to each other and then silence. The awkward silence. Arnav was the first to break this awkwardness. You look pretty, in a low yet subtle voice. Thank you. You are also looking handsome. She was blushing, but Arnav could not see that because it was dark near the space. Ritu was on the balcony watching them. When Arnav's eye fell on Ritu, he called her. Hey, aren't you coming with us? She replied, No, thank you, as my friend said I am busy, and winked to Aisha. Shall we go now? Arnav said. Yes. Aisha pulled out her scooty from the garage and set out it, and then she waved goodbye to Ritu. She then gestured to Arnav to go, and both rode off. Aisha and Arnav went through the narrow lanes. The lanes make a serpentine pathway before opening to the main road. The white rays of street light were illuminating the road, passing through the cobwebs of branches and leaves of roadside trees. There were very few people on the road and few vehicles were passing by. After 5 minutes, the lane opened to the main road. It was much more crowded as compared to the narrow lanes. The horns and the racing of the automobile were ear-deafening. The The horns and the racing of the automobiles were ear-deafening. They both carefully rode along the road. Arnav was behind Aisha. He was observing how carefully and slowly she was riding the scooty. Arnav shouted, Hey, could you ride a bit faster? Arnav shouted from behind, but amidst the vehicle's engine, his sound just vanished. So he just speeded up his bike and overtook Aisha. Aisha was like, What is he doing? Racing in the traffic or what? And after few minutes of the ride, they both came in front of the Patricia Cafe. Their vehicles in the nearby stand and went inside. The inside was beautiful, calm, and peaceful. Air conditioned interiors with beautifully designed walls. Arnav went near a table and Aisha followed him. He pulled out a chair for her and gestured for her to sit. Sit, ma'am. Aisha laughed. What are you doing? You don't need to be so formal. Arnav replied, I am not being formal, it's manners. Now don't talk much. I can't stand here holding the chair forever. Okay. Aisha nodded and sat down. After that, Arnav sat in front of her and hung his bag as his chair. This place is really awesome, Aisha said. Have never been here. It has been only 2 months that I have shifted here. During the admission process, my papa and I were staying at my uncle's house. I thought that I would get a room in the college hostel, but unfortunately, all the rooms were filled. And I rented a room. And these 2 months had been so hectic that we hardly got any time to explore. And you know about the last month, what had happened, and things took a turn. Yeah, and I'm so sorry for that. No, no, I also have a fault. I just overreacted every time, but about that accident, you should be sorry. Yes, about that too. Irene, I'm just kidding. No, seriously, I'm sorry. Okay, but don't you think that your handwriting is way more beautiful? Engineering college writes so beautiful letters, and there were no mistakes and cuts. How much time do you spend every day in making such notes? Actually, that's my regular handwriting, but I accept that I always keep it clean. It will be good for me. But I have noticed one thing: most of the seniors don't interact with juniors, but you are helping me a lot. May I know why? Arnav was astonished by this question. He took a few seconds before answering. Listen, when I first met you, I didn't know that you were my junior. At that time, though you were coming in the wrong lane, the accident was caused by me because I was at a high speed. And after that, the quarantine incident and then the later incident, I don't know what was happening, but all the situations was like that, and I felt very sorry about this till now. Again today I hold again today I held your hand so tightly and hurt you. So I was always on the wrong side, and I am making it up. Trust me, that's all. But I think you should not worry about things that happened previously. You should forget about it and don't bring that topic anymore. But one more thing, you didn't even tell me why we are here. Oh yes, I totally forgot about this. Oh yes, I totally forgot about. Arnav took the bag from the back of his chair and unzipped it. He took out a Redmi Note 9 Pro Max case and put it near Aisha. Here, what is it? Aisha was out of speech. Why are you doing so much to Why are you giving it to me? You are too dramatic. Did you forget when I told you that I will be bringing a phone for you? No, I didn't, but that is too much. I have already given the phone in the service center. And she stopped in the middle. Arnav was seriously looking into her eyes, waiting for her to say something. After a pause of a few seconds, when she did not say anything, Arnav said, they said it will cost a lot more, so you refuse to repair it. Aisha was shocked. How the heck did he read her mind? Is he a psychic or a magician? Can he read everyone's mind? Arnav watched her expressions. Arnav twitched his finger in front of her face to make her come into reality. She returned to her present state of mind. Arnav asked, what? Am I true? You definitely are, but how do you know? I have gone through similar problems. Once my mama had put her phone near the sink while doing the dishes, and it felt in the water for like half an hour, and my mom was not even aware of it. We took the phone to the service center. They said it could not be repaired. Thanks to the memory card, no data was lost. But in today's generation, no one is using it. But I save everything in my card drive. In case my phone is lost or damaged, everything will be safe. But I really can't accept it. I will manage my teacher cut. But I really can't accept it. I will manage. My father will buy me a new phone next week, so don't worry. I am sorry, but please try to understand. Cut. Okay, but till next week you can keep it, right? Please don't refuse. Please don't refuse. I am writing to you because I have done some unmannered things in the past. Please. Okay, but till the next week, okay? And don't give me the whole box. Just the smartphone will be okay. Okay, okay. Out the smartphone from the pack and handed it to her. And I just want to say that it does not consist any SIM ejection tool, so you have to use your own. That won't be any problem, she replied. So now it's the time for your treat. What do you wanna eat? Cappuccino, frappuccino, cold coffee, latte, or anything else? What? Tell me. Actually, I don't like coffee. What? Arnav was shocked to know this. Are you kidding? Who does not like coffee? You like the chocolate, so I thought you would like coffee as well. That's not necessary. Why didn't you call me earlier? We could have gone to some other place. A brief pause, and he added, would you take tea? It will be okay. And in snacks, some biscuits and cookies. What is the difference between biscuits and cookies? I don't know, and both loud. I've ordered 2 cups of tea and some snacks. According to Aisha, after 5 minutes, the tea and the same snacks were on the table. The masala tea was hot but sweet and tasteful, and his snacks were amazing, salty. They enjoyed their time there and talked about their past life, some fictional movies and global scenarios, Indian politics, bhai bahut kuch or blah blah blah. And with this 1.5 hour had already passed, Arnav got a notification on his phone. Unfortunately, it was from his best friend Sahil, and he knew what he was about to say. He looked at Aisha, who knew nothing and looked like an innocent girl in that moment with a questioning look on her face. Arnav was about to reply to Sahil, then he called him. अबे किधर है तू? Once you come here, I'll beat you off. Arnav, listen, I'm coming. What happened? But did my mother call you? Sahil, yes, she wants to talk to you. Arnav, what? Or I will call her. Sahil, no, don't even dare. She will doubt. I cut her call, and now if you call her from your phone, she would surely want to talk with me at the very similar time. Arnav, so what should I do? Sahil, listen, I am taking her in a conference, so be careful and say Aisha to be quiet, okay? Arnav, okay. Sahil took his mom to the conference. Urmila, where are you? Arnav, I had already told you, Nama, I am with Sahil, we are studying here. Urmila, why are you not picking up my call? Arnav, because you never called me. Urmila, is Sahil here? Sahil, yes, auntie, tell your son to learn something from me. I picked up your call immediately and he didn't. Urmila, you are better than Arnav. Why don't you teach him? Sahil, मेरे पास रहेगा तो समझाऊंगा ना. Urmila, what do you mean? Isn't he with you? Here Sahil could feel Arnav's dead look on the side of the phone, but he managed to make up the mistake. Sahil, Arey auntie, I mean, let him live with me. He's such a slow learner. I need more than 5 hours a day to teach him. Arnav, Arey mama, why did you call me? Urmila, nothing, just checking if you are studying or not. Okay, now can I hang off? Urmila, okay, when are you coming? Arnav, it will be around 10 o'clock. Urmila, okay, come soon. Up the phone, he was so busy making up his lies that he didn't even notice that Aisha's changing expressions. Arnav looked towards Aisha and asked, what? Did I just hear the right thing? What right thing? You lied to your mom that you are studying with your friend and came here to give me a treat. Huh? Why didn't you tell your parents? What should I tell? that I am going to a cafeteria with a girl. So what? You are saying like this, you had never been to a cafe with any other girl? Yes, that's true. I have never gone with anyone. I had gone with my family and friends who are only boys. Oh, but you should tell her like, oh, but you should tell her the truth. It is not the right time. Why? I will tell you at the right time. Anything serious? No, I will tell you. No, I will tell you, but we are gonna be late. It's already 8:15 p.m. and what? Yeah. What? What? Aisha cut Arnav off at the middle and looked at the watch. Oh my god, I am late. Too late, Papa would be calling me. What should I do? Oh my god. Why don't you tell me the earlier? Why don't you tell me the earlier? Why don't you call Ritu? Why didn't Ritu call me? Why didn't she call you? Hey, calm down, calm down. I'll accompany you. You are not late. I don't. You are not late. I didn't get any message from her, and don't worry. I will accompany you. I assure you will reach home by time and safely. Thank you, but hurry up. Arnav nodded and got off from his chair. He went to the cashier and paid the bill. Arnav went out. Aisha followed him to the bike stand. Both sat on the bikes and rode off. On the main road, Arnav was leading Aisha and he made sure that she didn't face any problem. It took about 15 minutes to reach Aisha's home. Arnav called Ritu to come downstairs. Ritu took the scooty and parked it inside. Arnav and Aisha were alone on the road. Fresh air and chill air was flowing and it made Aisha shiver. Feeling cold. Yeah. And thank you for accompanying me. And yes, thanks for the phone and thanks for the treat as well. Stop, stop, stop. Why are you thanking me? I am just making up for my faults. So no need to thank. And it was just a great time. Thank you for giving me your valuable time. Oh God, where do you learn so much formality? Now go to your friend's house or your friend will kick you. How do you? Oh, you overlooked my messages. Ha, I could see it from my chair and from your expressions it was clear. So you have learned to read my expressions. I can't answer that. You are just asking awkward and meaningless questions. You just go bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. Goodbye. GNDIC. And both giggled. Arnav bid her goodbye and went off. If you like this story, please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. If you want your story to be heard in our voice, please do share your story in the comment box. Thank you.